What's up, besties? Y'all, my heart is like, I got joy. I do got joy right now. I just got joy, but my heart is hurting for the world, man. My heart is hurting for the world. Um, every day. Like, this might sound crazy to some people, but like God, he truly telling me like it's not always gonna be like that. And that's why you gotta get it right now, because where I'm taking you, some people not gonna be there, and you want to have your chance to be there. So get it right now, because you never know when I'm gonna take you. You never know when I'm gonna take you. And when that moment comes that I'm gonna take you, are you gonna be okay? Like, and we need God to just rain his love on our people. Like, it's as soft as a misting rain that gently touches my soul. It cools the fire that's burning within me. My rage, my flesh, the love of the Holy Spirit. It cures that. It cools it. It puts it out. It puts it out. So ring, y'all. It's me and Jesus. We calling on the three-way. We're calling. And today it says, in a world of unrelenting changes, I'm the one who never changes. I'm the Alpha, the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Find me in the stability for which you have yearned. I've created a beautifully ordered world, one that reflects my perfection. Now, however, the world is under the bondage of sin and evil. Every person on the planet faces gaping jaws of uncertainty. The only antidote to this poisonous threat is drawing closer to me. In the presence, you can face uncertainty with perfect peace. Y'all, our world is hurting because so many people do not know the love of God. Like, in his presence, there's peace. I told y'all, my heart is hurting right now. I got peace because I know me and my family, we gonna be good regardless of what happens in our life, regardless of who is taken. I know that God got a plan for each and every last one of us, and I will never question it. In the world, will I be hurt? Yes, I will. But to be with God at the end of the day means more to me than anything. And I know that each and every person connected to me, who truly is connected to me, who hears from me each and every day, has salvation. They have freedom. They have a hedge of protection over them. Like, I can't stress enough, y'all. We have to make sure that we are right so that everyone around us, everyone connected to us can be right. Like, there's going to be a world. There's going to be a life after this. And y'all see in the news, you will never know when it is your last day. You can walk out of your house with intentions to come back home. And you may never come back home. I had to explain that to my son. I had to tell him, son, you got to get it right. Because you got a second chance at life. You only 12, but God wasn't ready for you to go yet. He got hit by a moving vehicle. A moving vehicle. If you don't value your life after that, if that you can get up, you can walk, you can talk about it, you can tell somebody. If you didn't learn from that life is short, in 12 years, your life could have been gone. You would have never made it to 12. You was 11. So every day when you walk out here, you got to make every day your best day, because you never know when it's going to be your last. He was at the playground playing. He was going to come inside and tell me something. He could have not made it back inside. I had just told my son, let that be the last time that you come in here, because next time you come in here, you're going to stay in here. He almost didn't make it back inside. But see, God, he had more plans for him. It wasn't his time to go. And that's what we got to understand. When God says it's time, it's time. We don't get to question that. We don't get to say, why did he do this? Why did he do that? We will never know why God do what he do. I don't know why God kept my son, but he kept my son. But what he showed me is that he can be gone at any moment. So get it right. And from that day forward, I made a choice to get it right so that I could be right, so that they could be right, so that I know they got salvation, so that I know, man. Y'all, we gotta get it right. We gotta get it right. We gotta get it right. Fix your mind on healing so that you can heal yourself. You can love yourself. So then that's what you can do for your kids. You can heal your kids. They can love themselves because you love them. You show them love. And they don't have to go out into this world searching for acceptance, searching for attention, searching for all these things that they're searching for because they get it at home. So they know that the world will never provide it to them. It starts within them, where they're at. We got to build our kids up, y'all. We got to build them up because they going out in this world and they lost and they looking for the world to make them feel validated. God gave us He gave us our kids so we can validate them. He knew what they needed. So that moment that that kid get on your nerves, stop cussing at them. Stop yelling at them. Stop saying, you making me do this. You making me do that. Because they're children and they don't know how to process what it is that we're saying to them. They don't understand emotions. They don't understand feelings. They just understand that you are a parent. You are a figure of authority. And your words are bringing them down. They're tearing them down. So now they're going out here in this world and reflecting that onto the world, man. Onto the world. They have a sense of entitlement because they feel that the world owes them. You owe me because that's what they've been taught. You did this, so you make me feel this way. They're going out in the world and doing the same thing. You did this, so that is why I feel this way. That's why the kids are going out here shooting each other. They stabbing each other, wanting to murder each other because they think that person is responsible for how they feel. Instead of us teaching our kids, no, you are responsible for how you feel. Now, when you do bad things and make bad decisions, there comes consequences with it. But that's just a part of life. But if you do what you're supposed to do and you go out here every day putting out good and doing what you are supposed to do, you don't have to worry about that. And then when you do got to worry about it, you know not to give it your energy because it don't got nothing to do with you. But it's adults out here that give people their energy when it don't got nothing to do with you. And what are you doing? You feeding it. I had to explain to my daughter yesterday. She knew her teacher was having a bad day. And instead of going in her classroom and not saying nothing, she added fuel to the fire. So that's what you got to think of. Each of us is walking around like a fire. You never know when you're going to add that lighter fluid to the fire and the fire is going to go boom. So how do you not make the fire go boom? You always remember that people going to remember how you treat them. They're going to remember when you was mean to them. But they're going to most importantly remember when you nice to them. They're going to remember that, right? So you always want the people to remember how nice you were to them. And not fake nice because, oh, I got to be nice because I need something. No, nice because that's genuinely and truly who you are. You practice every day and being the best version of yourself. And how do you be the best version of yourself? You operate in your highest power. And how do you operate in your highest power? You know that you are responsible for you. You know who you are. You know what you bring to this world. You know, when you go, every place that you go, you share the love and peace of Jesus Christ, right? That's how you operate in your higher self. Your higher self ain't out here cussing, wanting to fight people and do all of this. Your higher self got enough control and power to walk away. That, you take the L. That's what I had to explain to my daughter. Sometimes you don't let your pride win. When you let your pride win, you're going to lose every time. Let your heart win. Let the right thing win and walk away and take the L on the chin because the person going to remember that you took the L. They going to remember that. They going to remember that you took the L. And while in that moment, it don't feel good to take an L, the L going to get you winning every time because the L is for God, right? You took the L in the worldly so that you could get the W in the spiritual. What? You winning championships in the spiritual. You going to heaven in the end. Let the world win every time. And your pride win. Let your pride win. Let your ego win. And see where it gets you. Nowhere. Nowhere. Ever. Ever. I'm here to tell you. I done moved every day in my pride. I done moved every day in my ego. And I told y'all where it winded me up. Court. Yes. Me. This girl that's preaching the gospel and telling y'all that y'all got to get it right. Yes. Court. Because I was letting my pride and my ego move me. Had me out here crazy. And somebody called me crazy in the middle of that. And I had the nerve to get upset. Girl, yeah, you is crazy. Because when your emotions and your pride and all of that went, you out here doing foolish things. Foolish things. Getting the opportunity to mess your life up every time you let your pride and your ego win. So you want to be a fool? Because what man say don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And if you get some street credibility or whatever it is that you looking for, man care about that, but God don't care about that. You weak in his eyes. You a coward. You a punk. You all of that. He might have not said them words, but please believe you're not getting no heavenly kingdom gratification for cussing somebody out and not being able to be in control of your emotions. I had to explain to my daughter yesterday too. Adults have temper tantrums as well. Because you never know what somebody's experiencing before they come there. And that's why we got to get our kids right. As sad as this is, and this might make some people mad, but let me tell you something. Y'all think y'all got to be scared of the kids shooting people up. Y'all better be scared of these teachers. Because these kids is going to these schools and terrorizing these teachers. And these teachers don't get paid enough to put up with y'all badass y'all bad kids that's coming to the school that disrespect them and don't got no level of empathy or nothing like that. They at this school giving these teachers hell. Y'all better start. It start at home, right? Start at home. Y'all better start having y'all kids on tunnel vision. Go to school. Ain't saying don't have no friends, but you go to school and you do what you're supposed to do. And then you come home and you stay out the way. That's what I just told my daughter. Stay out the way. Because the minds of the people, they getting worse and worse, right? Worse and worse. Because everybody feel that somebody owe them something. And it's somebody's job to make them feel better when it's our job to make ourselves feel better, right? So we got to start getting our kids right. Because our teachers, they getting weak, y'all. I done had several encounters with teachers at local schools, at my kids' schools. They don't care about the kids, y'all. They don't. You got a few select teachers that care about the kids, but these teachers learn to pick and choose their battles. They know that these kids don't got no respect for them. They know it. Don't let your kid be that child that's at that school with no respect and make that teacher lose it. We don't never know what's going to trigger somebody. We never know it. So if you go out here putting good into the world, you ain't got to worry about triggering nobody. Because good things don't trigger people. Bad things trigger people. Memories, experiences trigger people. Ain't nobody ever triggered off the person who's treating them kindly and being nice. Nobody. So change starts with us. Us. You individually. Kids don't know enough to change on their own. You their parent. You are the authority figure in their life. Even if you're not a parent, you a auntie, you a uncle, you a granny, you gotta be a parent to be a granny. But you a mentor of something. You a something. Each and every last adult that sees this. Heal your trauma. The world don't owe you nothing. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Heal it. Just because you was abused, just because you was molested, just because you was adopted, just because you was put up in foster care, that don't mean nothing to God, because he loves you. He used the events of your life to help you understand how much he loves you. I told y'all, just because I'm adopted, that don't change who I am. I changed how I viewed my situation. I didn't forget that I was adopted. But what I did was change how I viewed my situation. Just because my parents gave me up and they kept all my other siblings, that don't mean that I'm any less worthy than any of them kids that they kept. Doesn't mean that. That meant that God loved me enough to know that that's not what I needed, so that I could be who he needed me to be. But I had to change my mind. I had to change my heart. I had to forgive my parents for that. All four of my parents. I had to forgive my adoptive parents for lying to me, They didn't lie to me. They told me the truth, and the truth hurt my feelings. It wasn't a lie. My life wasn't a lie. That's how I perceived it to be. They did what they needed to do to protect me. That's what they did. They didn't lie to me. They protected me. They protected me. So we got to start changing how we view things. We got to get in tune with God, man. Like, the world is always going to change. The world, people change. I told my daughter that people change, but the rules don't. The rules for life is the word, man. What God says. He's the creator of all things, us included. So those rules for life don't change. The people in this world going to keep changing. They're going to keep getting worse if they don't seek to find God. They got to find him. They got to know him. They got to trust him. They got to believe him. Don't let disappointment dictate your future. Don't let disappointment ruin your faith, ruin your courage. An absence of courage is lack of faith. We all got to get courageous to do what it is that we need to do for ourselves. Have faith and courage that you can change. The world can change. We can do it, y'all. I gotta go. My video about to be 20 minutes. So I gotta go. You got this. Because God got you, y'all. Let's do this. Peace out. Until tomorrow.